So, Gregor, you've brought us to the Natural History Museum in Oxford.
I have.
Why are we here?
We're here, Holly, because we're talking about chickens, but we're in a place with an amazing collection of dinosaurs, including the one right behind you right there. And chickens are dinosaurs. Dinosaurs go extinct 65 million years ago, but the direct descendants of dinosaurs are birds. Birds are chickens. Chickens are dinosaurs.
Chickens are dinosaurs.
Chickens are dinosaurs.
Chickens are dinosaurs. Okay, well, I guess it's kind of funny that you said that because, like, to my mind, we're actually breeding chickens back into dinosaurs. If I can show you these two examples that we have here, you have here maybe the kind of chicken that you would find in a backyard for backyard chicken keeping. He's also a very beautiful example, and if you had an exhibition in a museum, you would put in a chicken that looked like this.
Sure.
What you wouldn't do is maybe put in a chicken that looks like this. If you look at his feet here, you see they're kind of splayed, whereas here he's got very beautiful posture, very different. And then we have these svelte legs, very trim, whereas on this side he has kind of stumpy, short, really robust bones here, and it looks like he's got really big structural integrity for carrying a lot of weight. So what we have here is a fully grown adult. How old do you think this guy is?
Well, he's clearly much bigger. He's much more robust. It's got to must have taken him at least a year to get that big.
Okay, well, this is a 35-day-old broiler chicken, the kind that you would find in the supermarket.
So in 35 days, he's gone from an egg, and now he's bigger than a fully grown adult, and that's ridiculous. And you know, it's interesting because in order to get a chicken to grow that big that quickly, you have to put an enormous amount of selection pressure on the chickens to select for size, as it were. And by doing so, by focusing exclusively on that trait, you end up making chickens very homogeneous at the genome level because they all have to be the same. They all have to grow at the same rate so they can be at the right size at the right time so you can cut all their heads off and get them to the supermarket on time so there's enough protein on all that bones. And that homogeneity across the genome means that they're a lot more susceptible to diseases or to malformations of the bone or a whole number of other things that maybe this guy wouldn't be.
Well, it's interesting that you use that word homogeneity because we also find that in their diets. When we use stable isotopes to look at the modern diets of chickens, what we're actually finding is they're all being fed very similar diets. So if they're getting no immunity from the genetics and they're also getting no kind of variation in their diet, so they're all getting the same diet as well, they're all effectively the same chicken. So if one of them gets sick, they're all going to get sick, and that's going to be a problem.
Wow. But you know, it's fascinating because it's taken tens of millions of years to get into a bird shape, where everything's kind of a concerted evolutionary pressure and a natural selection. And then artificial selection kicks in with humans, and in just the last 100 or 200 years, we're trying to push these chickens back into the size of a dinosaur again, and clearly that's having major ramifications on its bone structure, its susceptibility to disease, its overall homogeneity of its genome, of its diet, and everything else. And it may be that we are selecting them to the point where they are so kind of on the edge of what might be able to survive. They take one small hit, could wipe out all chickens, and then suddenly no chickens, just like the dinosaurs.